All right, everybody, welcome to this week's episode of The Brothers BS. Today, we are going to be discussing the best duos in film. So this can be duos for, it can be man and woman, it could be two guys, it could be two girls, but the best duos in film.
Person and animal? Do
movie
animals get to count?
or series?
Person and a movie. I'm going to say movie. So that is what we are going to be talking about today on this week's
I got
episode
no answer.
of The Brothers BS.
He's not listening to you.
All right, so I wanted to make sure to let everybody know, the audience, let everybody know that the prompts that I come up with, I don't share with all the guys here. I wait till they get here, and then I spring it on them.
Watches us
So
squirm.
they will squirm, but you'll also see sometimes how quick they are on their feet. So I come up with the prompts, and then that's what gives us our episode. However, we were coming up just before this episode. We decided to come up with an introductory prompt, and Evan today is the one that came up with this one. I think this one's really great. So for those of you that are new, what we do first is of course, introduce ourselves. And as we introduce ourselves, we're going to give a little bit of a what's your favorite, fill in the blank, and just kind of let you know a little bit about us. So today's is, what is your favorite, or who is your or whom? Who or whom?
It's hard to tell. Go ahead.
I don't.
Nobody
think
really
it even
knows.
matters anymore.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite video game protagonist? So my name is Zach, and my favorite video game protagonist would have to be Joel Miller from The Last of Us. Probably one of the most perfect characters ever created. He is so awesome.
Only the first installment.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
There wasn't a
There
sequel.
isn't a part two.
There's only The Last of Us part one.
That's
true.
not who I thought you were going to pick. I thought I had yours picked.
You thought I was going to say Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake, yeah.
Or
That would have been a good one.
I have another one.
That was mine.
But I'm not going to.
Yeah, don't spoil the rest.
I'm not going to spoil anybody else's, but my other one is another one that I talk about a lot, who I would be surprised if Adam doesn't say. But we're going to move on to the next in line here.
I am Evan, and I'm going to say I have a lot. And some of them from when I was a kid, and they were Nintendo games, and you just made up cool stories for the character because there really wasn't a cool story. So I could say Billy and Jimmy from Double Dragon, but I'm going to choose an actual fleshed out character and say Leon S. Kennedy is my favorite video game protagonist from of course, the Resident Evil series, RE2 remake. If you haven't played it,
I
it's been out a
love
while.
him
It's
then,
incredible.
but I don't like what they turned him
Chris
into.
better.
Oh, RE4's you never liked it. That's
Like
my
Chris
game.
Farley.
That's
RE4,
mine.
everybody rags on RE5 when Chris punches the boulder, but to me, somebody suplexing somebody's head off is way worse than punching a boulder when you get mad at it. And so I just thought 4 was where Resident Evil just really started falling apart,
I agree.
in my opinion. Not to say it's not a fun game. The gameplay's great.
game.
No,
Probably the cheesiest villains of the
yeah.
series.
well, the
Yeah,
new one it's maybe one of the best shooters out.
Yeah, it
Period.
is.
Are you saying protagonist as in the good guy or the person who moves the plot along?
Protagonist.
Well, protagonist is the
Good
person that moves the plot along. That's what a protagonist is.
So are we saying good guy
Well,
or bad
that's
guy?
true. Moves the plot along. Yeah, I guess
That's
that's,
what a
the
protagonist
definition,
is.
right?
So it could be a good guy or a bad
I
guy.
mean,
Yeah.
people who are idiots will say that Joel Miller is not the good guy of
Oh,
The
they're
Last of Us, and
so
they're
wrong.
idiots.
That's
You're
so
wrong,
wrong.
if you
Then
say
those
that.
idiots don't have kids.
You're wrong.
That's exactly
Or
right.
have never been around kids that they loved.
But yeah, I don't like what Leon turned into. He was like a super soldier.
Oh, he's John Wick, buddy.
I liked him as the
love
rookie
Leon.
cop in Resident Evil 2. I thought
I like him
thought
then
that was-
too, but he's the only one that
Now,
improved
having
his skill
said that,
set.
I think what they did to him in Return to Raccoon City was an abomination because they made him like a pothead loser.
Yeah, I
And
know.
he was supposed to be the ultimate, like,
He's a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
yeah. He's
Yeah.
that's how he should have been.
Irons his suit, irons his uniform,
Irons his jeans.
irons his jeans.
I don't think he Michael Keaton.
does not have premarital sex, just a straight laced Boy Scout's what he's supposed to be.
Yeah. Until he gets with Claire.
Ada.
You know it happened.
Yeah,
It
you
happened.
know it happened.
It happened.
He got with
Absolutely.
Ada.
Can we just say,
they had
though,
save rooms with no zombies?
can we say this before we move on to the next person's? How I talk about this all the time with people about video game graphics, how they've changed. I remember crushing so ridiculously hard on Jill Valentine and Claire Redfield. Rebecca. I was never really a Laura Croft because she was too polygon, but I thought that they looked like they were. I was like, this is like photorealistic.
Yeah.
Most realistic looking
PS1
thing.
Now it looks
And
like
I
a
was
blurred
Claire
image.
Redfield is the most, and she's built so well. And I do feel like they put a little bit more polygon in her butt than they did anything.
Oh, for sure.
They did.
They're game devs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially in Code Veronica, they really gave her a donk
And a wiggle.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought that I was like, graphics will.
There was no
I remember us saying that on the Super Nintendo. Graphics will never be
get-
better than this. And then
There was zero jiggle physics on anybody but Claire,
yeah,
I think.
yeah. But I was in love with that girl when I was younger. That was my.
I mean, I get it.
Form the attachment.
I get it. I do.
But you don't get that attachment to I think newer video game
because
characters. They're
They're
turning a little
not
bit
that
more.
deep.
Well, we're also 30 years
Yeah,
older than we were.
Yeah,
that's true.
I guess.
got a
So.
good point.
We formed relationships with the lady that checked us out at the grocery store at that age. Right?
We've seen women naked now. You know, my wife lets me touch her sometimes. Pretty awesome. All right, we're gonna move on.
Andrew, and mine's hard because I want to say Kane from the Legacy of Kane series,
That's a good one.
but I think if I had to just choose, if I had to narrow it down to choose one, I think Kreia from Knights of the Old Republic 2.
That's a great
I
one.
can give
That's
you
a really
no
good one.
information on this.
That's a
because
great
I've never
one.
played
It's
them.
a very
Kreia,
good
You didn't
one.
play Cody?
It's the only you could
should.
you could take out everything else about Star Wars of the extended anything and listen to Kreia's story, and it would keep you in. It is just an awesome story.
Did that remake disappear?
It's still being made supposedly by.
I wish they'd just hold off on it for 15 years.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aspire's supposed
our
to be
last
making-
episode was about remakes in film and how they've not really done them well. How some that we think could be better, but video game remakes. As much as I wish they would make a new
Shit to
property, no, I don't think so. I think
They have
it's
shit
the
to bed a lot.
I don't think so. I think the Dead Space remake was really good. The
Very
Resident Evil
good.
2 remake was very good.
Yeah,
Resident
but it
Evil 4
was
remake
shot
was
for
very
shot.
Yeah, that's fine though. I don't want them to change.
Yeah, I don't want them to.
But what do we complain about
But
when
why
they
am I
remake
going?
something?
But why am I going to pay $60 for a revamped same?
Metal Gear Delta. If they change any of the dialogue in it, I wouldn't play it.
Yeah, but that's going to be far and away better, graphically at least.
Yeah, think about Resident Evil.
Dead
2
Space
was
wasn't all that big of a jump.
Yeah, it was just a
PS3. Was it PS2?
It wasn't
yeah,
PS4.
PS3 was what it came out for.
No, the
PS4
first
was the facelift.
Dead Space was.
Yeah, but they had a facelift in the PS4. It
No,
wasn't
I think
that big
Dead
of a
Space
jump.
remake was PS5.
It wasn't.
I think Dead Space
No,
remake
the
was
original
PS5.
Dead Space. It had a revamp on the PS4.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
But,
Anyway,
I mean, it's
I
not
think
that
they've
big of
done
a jump.
Look at what they did with. I mean, it was a remaster, not a remake. But the Soul Reaver series, they are, and they kept the essence of what a PlayStation 2 game felt like. If that it'll make sense to gamers,
I mean,
but
I
nobody else.
agree. If it's that
But they
that long,
they just rounded off everything instead of it being a pointy polygon.
you're saying don't,
But the
don't
problem
remake
with-
it in 6 months?
yeah. But the problem with the Dead Space is it's not all that much graphically even better than the original.
It didn't occur to me when we were doing remakes to do Clock Tower.
It's movies, not
We were
games.
doing movies at the time, so
Yeah.
My bad.
All right, we're moving on.
You know what mine's going to be? Arthur Morgan.
Arthur Morgan.
okay.
But what's your name, Adam?
I'm Adam. I'm the oldest. My name is Arthur Morgan.
Arthur Morgan.
Arthur Moore.
I am
Now,
an Old West outlaw.
I got to
turned-
tell you, after I said Joel Miller and we moved on to Evan, I was like, why did I say Joel Miller? Although I think he's incredible, but Arthur Morgan really is, to me,
Arthur Morgan,
the best character.
He has such a
story development,
does.
character development.
fantastic.
Better than it.
Joel
the
has
only,
a pretty great one of those. too.
Joel has a good one.
Yeah.
But the only better, like, I don't even call it better. It just may be a good retelling. The only better villain to hero story is in the Bible from Saul.
Okay.
And it really is that big of a jump for
But I
Arthur
mean,
Morgan.
this
and he
whole
does it.
story, it's not even just his character progression. That whole story was brilliant.
I just remember, and I think you and I may, because you and I are I think Andrew's watched it, probably hasn't played through it. Evan's not a big fan of them at all, but I think you and I were so excited about Red Dead Redemption 2, and we had talked about it. It's like, why would we want to play as anybody else but John Marston? Why would we want to do that?
I'm glad.
I know. And after as it came out, and after I played through it 2 hours, I was like, I don't ever want to play John Marston again. I want to play only.
I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 1 since.
good.
That speaks to how good Arthur Morgan was as a character too, because most prequels don't succeed. Most prequels actually. Well, I don't get to play as John, but they bring in a character better than that. How many games have tried that?
I don't think it would have worked had it not been as good,
Did anyone
as well written of a character
I don't
as
think
what he
so
was.
either.
I don't think
and
it would
it's
have.
so important to know the time period as well, because I think we've even joked about this in the past. But if you're in the Wild West, why would you be anything but an outlaw?
Hell no.
Why would you be anything? And if you're in 1920s, why would you be anything but a gangster?
All you're going to
And
be
so
is a
it's-
victim.
And he's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy.
No.
He does bad things. And, oftentimes, we talked about this a little bit with the Superman thing last episode, but you want to have those like completely like pure characters, but people relate more to those characters with flaws and to characters who have done stuff that may be bad. And there's so many things about Arthur that changes. A spoiler for anybody who's not played it, but he gets diagnosed with tuberculosis and ends
But he
up
gets
dying.
that. He gets that
But
because of
but
what
you
he's
see him as such a good person even before you get diagnosed. You already start to see that he's wanting to change his life before he even knows that he's dying, and it's just such an incredible character.
Well, see,
arc.
and that's what makes it better than John. John Marston was forced to.
Right.
He really didn't do it on his own.
Well, and
He was kind of a dirtbag.
he was pushed into it which we found out, of course, and I'm sure they didn't write that story before they bought
No.
the first one, but he was pushed into it by Arthur. John was still okay being an outlaw, and
Yeah.
Arthur was like, "You're out of your mind. Like, you have got a wife and a kid.
Yeah.
Go live your life." Go
I
be-"
don't know. I don't think they could top that.
I don't think so either.
I think they should leave that series alone. I would like to have another game.
Yeah,
But I think
don't
they
know
would
I don't
screw it
know
up.
who you
They
would
need
follow.
To, they need
I
to
think
tell
they would
another
screw it
story,
up.
Then they need to just start.
Yeah.
I think they would screw it up.
You got to
do.
be done with the
Yeah.
Vanderlyn.
I
game.
think they would screw it up.
I'm so over the anti-hero right now, might be what it is. I have anti-hero burnout because now...
Yeah, but that was an anti-hero before the anti-hero
But I don't
thing
think-
was.
no,
a
here's the
thing.
thing.
No, right with Breaking Bad and all these shows where you're...
But he's not an
wasn't an
anti-hero.
anti-hero.
He was a bad guy.
The,
No, he was a-
the Sopranos,
Right.
that
He
they
was a
want you
villain.
to. The
I
Watchmen.
understand what you're saying, but I think with, this was my fault in saying it how I said it, but he's not a hero in the game.
Yeah.
He does some heroic things, but he's not a hero. He's not an anti-hero. He's a normal person, and that's, I guess, what makes him such a great character, because he's not heroic. He's not.
I don't knock
so
over
many-
the liquor store on my way to work in the morning.
But you
or
don't. There's
But
a
you didn't
morality
live-
system in the
you
game.
didn't live in those days
anything.
either.
That's true.
Yeah, there's a morality system in the game, and
It's real easy to
One
be
of-
moral when you live in a world that you have internet at your
When I-
fingertips.
Yeah, but
When
there
have-
were moral people then. That's the
absolutely.
other thing I hate about the anti-hero thing is when they make the movies about the anti-heroes, the games, we're supposed to just assume that there aren't good people. And I've known too many good people that are just good because they're good.
Yeah.
Not because anybody's making them, not because
Yeah.
not because they were diagnosed with cancer, or they just are good. And I like those. I'm the Captain America, Leon Kennedy, Superman. Those are all.
See, I don't like
so you
those
don't
kinds.
you don't
They're
care so much
boring
about
as hell.
you don't care so much about the story.
That's the most
there's a-
boring human beings on earth. That's
There's a
why you don't hear
comedian-
about them. Nobody wants to.
There's a comedian named Chad Daniels, and he talks about every year on his sister's date of becoming sober. They have a cake and they celebrate her sobriety each year.
Hey, where's my cake for not ever sticking my head in my?
He's like, I've never done methamphetamine. Where's my cake? You know, you like those characters.
I should get cake every day. I never touched it.
And so that's fine.
I don't know. I think
I do. I would have to agree. Of the four said, now I'm not a Star Wars fan. I love Leon in the series. I love Joel. Joel's probably a very close second, but Arthur Morgan to me.
But if you're too
storyline.
good, nobody believes it. Even if you are, nobody believes it. you're looked at
because of
as
what the media's done to good people.
that may very well be.
I think
all
that-
good
I
people
think
go
that's
home
true.
and sacrifice children to.
Yeah. Yeah, there would be some people in the purge that didn't go out and kill each other.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good one from last week as well.
And
We
you've
should talk
also
about
got to
that.
remember there's a lot of good people that are dirtbags behind the
yeah.
scenes.
Oh, absolutely.
That's who they make the shows about.
They're the
Shield,
ones that
the
have-
Shield kicked off all of that. I think
Teenage girls sitting
I
on
think
their lap or something.
I think The Wire. I think
the
The
Shield
Wire.
was way before The Wire.
I don't think so.
Was it?
Oh yeah, wasn't it? Michael Chiklis, the
No.
Shield.
I know.
Was The Wire
Wire.
before that?
I mean, I don't know what The Wire is.
The Wire is incredible.
It's really good.
Michael,
2002.
Michael Chiklis was
maybe about the same
The Shield was long before that. It was
2002. They
90s.
came out at the same,
Same
time.
year.
Oh.
So they kicked it
Wow.
off.
The
to get- it
Shield was in
coordinated.
'90s.
But I enjoyed both of those
Coordinated.
shows. So yeah, that's I would have to say Adam wins in my book, but I liked everybody's answers.
We
except
all
for
win
Andrew's,
in our
but that's
own
only
book,
because I don't know
except
it very
yours,
well.
so.
That
I
was
win
that was
my
another
book.
one of those things that I wanted to be so cool like you all and like RPGs and like Star Wars, and I just could not for the life.
Not your
you all
thing.
would play Final Fantasy. I'm like, this is the dullest game I've ever played before in my life,
I still love
and so I don't
the old one.
I don't dig it. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to what our subject is today. So today's subject is going to be duos in movies. So since pretty much the beginning of film, there has been, these characters that play off of each other really well. We think about the 30s and 40s. You've got Martin and Lewis, and you think about the buddy cop movies of the 80s. And so
Ellen
you've got
and wife.
you got my example right now, though it's not on my list. Would Pulp Fiction? You've got Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta as Jules and Vincent. I want to say his name.
Vincent Vega.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
R.I.P. Michael Madsen died.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Michael.
His sister was
Gone but not forgotten. I didn't even know he had a sister.
Yeah, you do. Virginia Madsen.
Oh, she was a
Fine.
she was in lots of
She
movies.
was a
back in
screen
the
This is
day.
queen
gonna-
back in the 80s.
This is gonna be one of those things that we find out it's completely different
Yeah.
spelling. And
No, they're siblings.
No,
They
because
grew
I
up on
said,
different parts of the
because I
country.
didn't say it. It's gonna
No,
be
if
true.
Evan had said it, they would not even
if
know
I
it.
relate to people,
They wouldn't
that
even be
it
almost-
would be
same
Madsen
country.
and Mattson.
Yeah, Matheson. It's Tim Matheson.
All right, so we are talking duos. So, of course, I could probably name more for television than I could anything, but we're trying to stick to film. But I think all of us would agree Andy and Barney from the Andy Griffith Show.
Oh,
is
That may be the best ever.
number one.
Yeah, that one.
maybe
You don't
the
get
best
that's
book.
Holy Grail. You can't. Yeah.
And it's you can tell
You can't recreate it.
You can tell it's so good too because theirs was very short lived if you really think about it.
Yeah.
They had what
5
3 years to
seasons.
get. Oh, I thought it was less than that.
And it, but
I don't know
it's
how
Before
lasted-
Barney left.
five seasons before Barney.
but
left.
it's lasted all the way through. It's still perfectly holds
syndications,
up today.
But just those 5 seasons. The subsequent ones, nobody ever watches.
Now here's a blaring
Maybe
example
RFD.
of course having the
I don't
opposites.
care what it's called.
You have the Odd Couple.
Oh,
with-
Matthau
Good
and
one.
Lemon were
Yeah,
great.
Walter Matthau and Jack
Well,
Lemmon.
Grumpy Old Man.
But as old, I like them older than I did the
So they
Agreed.
actually
I
did an Odd
agree.
Couple too that was not bad.
Odd Couple 2 was
Yeah.
hysterical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
And I always said if they ever did make a remake, I don't think it would be good, but I think having these personalities on screen because they do similar movies but have such differing personalities, I think you could do. Now stick with me here, guys,
You'd have to
because you all
play
are
it
going to hate
differently.
this. You could do Ben Stiller and Adam Sandler.
Oh, my
it would be a very different Odd
Oh,
Couple.
my
Couldn't
goodness.
be.
But
couldn't
you
even
have
call it Odd
you have
Couple.
Ben Stiller being the neat freak. Come on.
Put
Ben Stiller being the neat freak.
Benedict Cumberbatch in the back seat, so I can't look at it at all.
Yeah.
it'd be
Adam
perfect.
Sandler as the sports guy that's a slob.
Yeah.
It could work.
You could make it
It could work.
I
You'd
would
have
want
to
it
do
called
it
something
complete.
else.
Yeah, you'd have to do it completely differently.
I don't
than
know if Ben
Knife
Stiller
Out.
got to direct it and act in
I could
it.
see maybe Ben Stiller and Kevin James, but I can't even imagine.
They
Adam
are.
Sandler is the Walter Matthau character, being like sports obsessed and a
I
slob.
hear
That's what he
that.
plays in every movie.
I hear Adam Sandler's a really terrific guy, but he would be about the last person I would put in a movie.
Now I've seen him do some incredible acting.
I
If
have-
you've not seen Uncut Gems or
The Cobbler.
The Cobbler
Reign
wasn't
Over-
bad.
Reign
Reign
Over
Over Me.
Yeah.
My goodness, the acting was incredible.
We just have to call it the strange duo
The
or
weird.
Weird duet.
Yeah. So I would say for my money, you don't get much better than Lemon and Walter Matthau.
No,
That's
they
true.
I think they were incredible. And Walter Matthau, what a shift! Kind of like Leslie Nielsen. We've talked a lot about him in this, but what a shift in how he became a comedian from being dramatic.
Well, and Matthau
dramatic
is
actor.
also it speaks to his acting talent, I guess you would say, or his charisma. It speaks to something other than his looks because he was not a good-looking person.
No, yeah.
Yeah, he looked
Being
like
a
Shar-Pei.
star, even back in the day, you
like
had
Droopy.
to at least be, with the exception of Benedict Cumberbatch, you have to at least be aesthetically pleasing.
Adam's got a lot of
Friend of the
complexes
show,
that are
Benedict
coming out as
Cumberbatch.
I mean,
We're all gonna get
British
some, I think.
face,
Yeah.
just terrible, just horrendous, like mud.
I was going to say
fence
we love England, but
we
Mud
like
we
it.
don't really know a
like
lot.
England.
a lot
mud
about
fence ugly. I'm talking homemade soap. Have you ever seen homemade soap?
He does a pretty decent Alan
uglier than
Rickman
that.
impression. I think he's great.
No, he
Yeah,
does.
I enjoy
He's
does
a good
great
actor,
impressions.
I
and he
enjoy
does
him.
great
I
impressions.
enjoy him in most things.
He's hard to look at.
There's a couple people like that. Evan, you got any duos?
My
in
duo
mind?
that I'm going to pick is Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor.
Oh
crap.
man, that's a hard one.
Holy
to beat.
See
crap!
no evil, hear no
Ooh.
evil.
He shot both
Stir
barrels.
crazy.
Stir crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, they were really great.
Silver Street.
Silver,
Silver
Streak.
Streak. Yeah. See no evil, hear no evil.
So
The
funny.
beginning of that, it really kind of
It fell off.
it really kind of falls apart.
It
towards
does.
the end when it becomes
But in the police station,
Oh,
it's
man.
so funny.
so good.
And
They
when
played
he's
off
walking, when he's walking down
yeah.
the street,
He's stomping, so he doesn't know
his
he's
knees
blind.
up to his ears, and he walks by that car. All you see is his knees.
That's good example of like physical comedy
Yeah.
and
Gene Wilder was
well,
a
even
genius,
Richard
though.
Pryor.
They played so
I
well
think
off
that
of
was
each
the
other.
most subdued Richard Pryor
Yes.
ever acted in a movie too,
Yeah.
and I think
Post
that's
Coke,
probably,
I think.
Well, yeah, but the part where he says, where he's on the train, "I'm black. Does Dad know?"
Does Dad know?
What a great! And he didn't do a terrible job acting blind either.
No, he
No,
did
no,
good.
no.
got
He
that
did.
look
When
on
he
his
runs
face.
into the, he lets go of him. He runs into the wall, going in the police station because
Yeah.
he's leading him. He said, "He's blind. You got to lead him. You got to get his hand. Can't let him loose in the hallway. He just keeps on walking."
And that might have one, like probably not the funniest movie, but I don't know that I've ever laughed harder than when he's getting interrogated and he says,
Mens rea.
and he says, "Really?" And the guy says, "Yeah, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a
Was a
woman."
woman?
What the hell is he talking about?
He's trying to read his lips.
He reads lips. You got to talk slower.
Was
there. He's dead.
Or was
because
there.
he's stupid. Not stupid.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah.
That's really good. That's good comedy. That's good comedy that we do not
Something
have.
we
anymore.
have none of. Zero.
So that's a good one. Evan, Gene Wilder, and Richard Pryor.
Very good.
That might
I almost
that might
accidentally said Richard Simmons.
That
though,
might
and that would have
bump
been a
me
way
out of-
different movie.
out of first place
good
for
one.
that one. For
That
sure,
is a
'cause I
real
really-
good one.
I really like that one. Now they weren't in a lot of movies together, but you can't go wrong either with and one movie. I guess two movies now, but Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall in Coming to America.
Oh, they were great.
Yeah.
But not
Fantastic.
coming to
Yeah.
Oh, that was
America. We're
terrible.
talking about the original.
No, we don't want to talk about that one.
But then you got Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte as well.
Oh,
So
48
that's not-
hours.
bad.
Another 48 hours.
Adam, you got anything?
I thought we were going.
We gotta get
we're not
Andrew.
going-
Andrew? We're just having a
it's
conversation.
Not surprisingly, I've got two on this one. Gene Wilder and Madeline Kahn.
I thought you were going to say Gene Simmons, and I
And,
was like, "There's no way."
And they were only together once that I know of, but Tim Conway and Don Knotts in
They were
Private Eyes.
incredible in
No,
Private Eyes.
and Apple Dumpling
Apple
Gang.
Dumpling
Apple
Gang.
Dumpling,
right.
Both of them.
But
Well, but you could do Tim Conway and Harvey Korman too, but it wouldn't
I
be
was- I was
movies.
Yeah,
I
Tim
gonna
Conway
say
and Don Knotts. And how funny do you have to be to make Don Knotts the straight person?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, no
very
kidding.
true.
Tim Conway was so funny that he made Don Knotts look like he was the serious one.
When he gets those peaches on the top of the lad.
I had to specially order Private Eyes.
Yeah.
You can't find
Yeah,
it
you
nowhere,
can't.
so I had to specially order it. I like all my classics on Blu-ray, so I have a physical copy of them, and I have it. And
We're that old.
it's so funny. Even watching it, go back and watch it again.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny.
even the color, even the commentary, the director's
Dude,
commentary,
no,
it's Lane Elliott
I
and
mean
Tim
just
Conway's
the
hilarious.
straight up
Movie,
movie.
yeah.
the thing he said, well, if you killed Lord Morty, would you let everybody know in the paper? Are you saying I killed Lord Morley? No, I'm saying you killed me. Just things.
Filmed at the Biltmore too.
But yeah,
Pretty
for those
close
of
to
you
where
who
we
don't
live.
who can't hear, we are in the southeastern part of the United
yeah,
States. And we're only about 60 miles away from the Biltmore where that was filmed. I think the only movie ever filmed there, if I'm not mistaken.
Most of them
Because-
can't be.
yeah.
They
You
were
have to
only allowed
insure
to
it
use
for
4
two.
rooms, and
Yeah.
they had to insure it for $400 million.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
they.
Yeah, well, it's a priceless.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it's a
priceless
beautiful
house.
beautiful.
Yeah, if you haven't been
if
to
you've
the
never been,
Biltmore, it's worth the visit.
going just to see the
Magnificent.
how extravagant.
It was
Cornelius
that one-
Vanderbilt's
It was an
brother.
It was an internment camp for Nazi officers during World War II.
Cornelius Vanderbilt's brother, George, who was kind of the black sheep of the family, that was his country home he had built in mountains of North
hunting
Carolina.
lodge. Yeah, pretty much.
And it is
Enormous.
Cornelius was the
Massive.
money man. It's just George had a stipend, a very large stipend that he got.
I'd like to have that stipend.
me too. I'd like to have what he made then.
I'd
Now,
like to have what
that'd be
he
nice.
paid for the Biltmore
Yeah.
because he had all that marble shipped from Italy.
Yeah.
And we all know Italians make the best marble. Adam, what's your duo?
True.
I would say Danny Glover and Mel Gibson.
Oh
That's a
man,
good one.
I just told
As far as action duos, that's hard to beat.
Murtaugh and whatever his name
Riggs.
was.
my Riggs.
Riggs.
I just told my wife, no joke, the other day. I was like, "What's the first?" My son, who's about to be born, is named Harvey, and I said, "What's the first movie franchise I'm going to watch with my son?" I was like, "Lethal Weapon."
That's a good one.
You're
Absolutely.
not going to watch that. I was like, "That's exactly
It's
what I'm going to watch
action.
with it."
It's a fantastic
amazing. It's
action
good.
series of movies.
It's
About Chris
so.
Farley and David Spade.
Well, that's a pretty good
Oh.
one. Except they were only in 2 movies, really.
Yeah, but you only
And-
need Tommy Boy.
You know, I didn't hate Black Sheep.
No, Black Sheep
a
was
lot
good.
of people hated it.
Tommy
I
Boy's
didn't-
incredible.
Hate it. I didn't love it.
It was kind of the same movie.
One of the last good physical comedians. R.I.P.
Didn't
Chris
love
Farley.
it.
When he
Barely liked it.
I'm checking the inline on the rotary
Rotary
girder.
I'm retired.
I'm retired.
It's so funny. Oh, Chris.
Yeah, there's a
Farley
couple
was
of those
taken too soon.
that I.
Comedy World lost something with him.
Oh yeah.
Comedy World lost something with a lot of people from.
John
But I
Belushi.
mean, I think he was the last
I know,
true comedian.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, physical
but it seems
comedian.
to be. It seems to be that the comedians that are that talented.
Carrie don't do it.
It's kind of like music. Everybody talks about the 27 Club, the all the rockers that have
people,
have
celebrities.
There's
Period. Not just
so
rock
many
stars.
comedians, especially, and it seems to be the ones that are. I'm surprised that Jim Carrey lasted as long as he did. It's like he started making terrible movies just so he'd live longer.
yeah.
because all the other ones
He's
that
not
are just
made anything
absolutely
good
amazing.
in 25
I know
years.
that's what I'm saying. But Jim Varney, we lost, and
Yeah.
it's just Jim Varney. You don't get it. That's another thing. I thought I would outgrow the comedy, the Ernest movies.
no.
I was like,
Still
No.
hilarious.
I was like, when I thought they were funny when I was a kid. If I watched them now, there's nothing that I still catch.
Goes to Jail is one of the funniest
When he's
movies
chewing
I've
on
ever
that
seen.
pen.
When he's in the courtroom and he
The jury sings.
When he plays the old woman trying to escape, that's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
and he bites into
I
that
hope
pen,
your mother.
and they look over and he going,
It's funny.
"Fine, thank you."
Yeah, it was that was fantastic. But I think there's something there. That's something else that's kind of lost on today's movies is you don't have those like. It seems like people are more fighting to be the star as opposed to know how to play off
Yeah.
of each other, like they did in those '80s.
See, that's the thing about again, Lethal Weapon. They were both the star, but neither one of them tried to beat that.
Outdo the other.
Yeah, they worked well in tandem. They worked off.
Well, and
each
it showed kind of like there's comedic. I wouldn't call that a comedy, but there are
funny.
there are comedic
It's
elemts
funny.
of Lethal Weapon, but it showed how partners bond as well, or
Yeah.
it shows how men have a healthy relationship. They rag each other, they give each other,
Yeah.
and you also just don't have that. You have like established friendships all the time instead of kind of showing that bonding. I think not that it's a comedy, but I think the movie Seven did that really well with Brad Pitt and
Yes.
Morgan Freeman's character. And talking Morgan Freeman, you got Andy Dufresne and Red from
Yeah.
Shawshank.
But
Top
see,
5 movie
the
of
thing
all
is, it also had good character development, especially on Riggs' part, because he's suicidal. He's ready.
Yeah, in the
He's ready to end it all
Yeah.
because of his wife, what happened to her, and you see throughout the 4 movies with him integrating himself into. He goes from living on a beach in a little
Airstream,
pop up
Yeah.
to staying at the Murtaugh's house all the
Yeah.
time like family, and walking right in, having his own key and stuff. And he goes from being that to having a family.
Yeah.
again.
You know
it's
what
just
I-
a fantastic
You know what I love about the Lethal Weapon movies is within the first 5 minutes, I think he kills like 12 people.
Absolutely.
Doesn't get suspended.
It's like Rambo.
Doesn't
No, I mean, it's
doesn't
got
have to go to
body.
therapy.
Yeah, no. There's a therapist that chases him around, but he usually gives her a real hard time.
If that were realistic, he would have already been.
Oh yeah,
he
relieved
would
of duty.
be in jail. He'd still be in prison.
Well, on the other side of that too, that was a good one, but that also is why Emilio Estevez and Samuel L. Jackson
I was about to
played
say Loaded
well off
Weapon
each other
1.
in Loaded Weapon 1.
Yeah.
Because they were spoofing that interaction.
So
And
we're
I thought
also,
it was
if a spoof's done right, we are big fans.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Anybody who's not, first off, if you're a fan of the Lethal Weapon movies, it's certainly not like saying that they're bad movies,
No,
but such a good spoof movie.
Well, the first
Loaded
one weren't bad.
Loaded Weapon 1.
National Lampoon's
wrong? Nothing.
National Lampoon.
Taking a shit.
Oh yeah, he's making fun
And
of
of
the
course,
Murtaugh
you got
scene
Tim
with
Curry as
Oh.
Wilderness Goyles.
so that had a lot in it. That had Dennis Leary,
It's Larry.
Kathy
William
Ireland.
Shatner.
Yeah, Kathy Ireland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't know how we've made this list without putting Kevin Hart and Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh my gosh.
Because I don't find one thing.
I'm gonna punch you in the headphone.
Whoever told The
so
Rock
bad.
that he can act?
Yeah, it's pretty
Listen,
bad.
I bet
Whoever
he is a
told
fantastic
Kevin
guy.
Hart that he needs to be in all of the Rock's movies.
Yeah.
I just want the one that's not in a jungle. Just he needs to make a movie that doesn't take place in a jungle.
Good
I don't
luck.
want.
He
any
was
of
good in The Ring. Is the thing I enjoyed watching The Rock back in the day.
What is The Ring?
in The Ring? The
As a wrestler.
wrestler.
Oh, the wrestler.
the wrestling ring.
The wrestling
Yeah,
ring.
not The Ring. The movie.
I actually really liked The Rundown with
He
him
played
and Sean
Sonic
William
Ghost.
Scott. in
Yeah,
it.
they were good together.
But that was like a wrestling movie almost.
Yeah.
Like I think he even did the rock bottom in it.
He played Sadako in The Ring. Plays a real good
all that
little
hair
Japanese girl.
Yeah.
I don't know why you don't have that same kind of duo.
And there's your
I guess so because
problem
Yeah.
though.
Writers don't know how to
That
write
that's
like
your
that.
problem now. That shows you exactly what the problem is today. Lethal Weapon, then whatever the hell Kevin
Central
Hart
Intelligence, I think, was a movie with him.
Oh yeah.
doesn't matter.
I'm going to be 100%. I think I watched one of them with them in it, and
but
You feel like you
compare
got
the
all
two.
of them.
Compare the two.
And more modern ones can do it. All About the Benjamins. Omar
Oh,
Epps.
they were great.
that was
no, not
the year
Mike
1999. I wouldn't even call that a modern.
I mean, even
Ice Cube.
spoof. Tucker and Dale versus Evil is
that's
one of the
Alan Tudyk,
funniest
though.
movies I've seen in a long
that was
time.
a great
Tudyk
one.
can play anything.
So good.
Alan Tudyk is.
I love Alan
I
Tudyk.
mean, he can do anything.
Except for
I think
season
he
2 of
can. I
Resident
think he can
Alien,
walk.
but that
I think
wasn't
Alan
his fault.
Tudyk can walk on water.
Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I almost
John-
Kiss
John
Kiss
Reese
Gang
Myers.
Gang.
John Reese Myers and John Travolta in from Paris with Love. That was excellent.
Well, John Travolta and anybody. Well, see, Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta are good in everything. Pulp Fiction and Basic are two that are
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
They play well off each other.
I am a Tarantino fan. I know a
Samuel L.
lot of
Jackson and
people.
Walden Goggins in The Hateful Eight. Speaking of Tarantino.
All the Hateful Eight. I love.
I like I like Tarantino's later stuff. I like Reservoir Dogs, and then I take a little bit of a break because I'm not even a Pulp Fiction fan, even though I've got the shirt.
I'm not huge on Pulp Fiction, but I think Basic was good.
But I think anything from Inglourious Bastards and on.
Inglourious Bastards was.
Brad Pitt was great. in
Amazing.
that.
I like Once
Fassbender
Upon a
was
Time
good
in
too.
Hollywood.
I think Christoph Waltz.
I think that's a neat premise for a movie.
Oh, Christoph
It's
Waltz
good.
was great.
What if?
Everybody was good.
Yeah,
at
well, that's
What
what
if we
Inglourious
hadn't been
Bastards was. That's what
successful?
Django was.
That's right.
So I think those
what
are
if the
really cool.
Manson family hadn't been successful and they had a no nonsense?
So what made 48 hours not last as long as Lethal Weapon? Because you got a similar concept, not exactly the same.
Likable protagonist.
Yeah, Nick Nolte was hard
Nick
to love
Nolte
in
was
that.
not a good-looking man.
He's abrasive.
He was real abrasive. He's not as well liked, not anywhere near as well liked as
Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Nowhere near as good looking. Nowhere
I mean,
near
I
as
don't know if we go off
charismatic.
nowadays.
It's the same thing as why didn't 48 Hours last as long as Beverly Hills Cop?
Oh,
Writers and actor, or the writers and the head actor. It really does.
Well, I am trying to think of a Nick Nolte movie where he's like the lead that I'm like, I really like that movie.
Pelican Brief.
It still wasn't. I mean, you can name 5 that are better.
I
that
like
people
Cape
remember
Fear,
more.
but that's because of Robert De Niro in it. You've
There's
got
really not one.
what is that? Three Fugitives with
I
him.
mean,
and
he
Martin
looks
Short
good in
it.
his mugshot, but
who was in Pure Luck with Martin Short?
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. They were so good together. That
I
was
mean,
a
Danny. That's
good
the
duo.
point. Danny Glover is
yeah,
charismatic.
super likable.
Here's
People
one.
like him.
You've got Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern from Home Alone.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
What a great! You had the goofy character and the one that thought
Yeah.
he was smart.
And they play the same characters over and over, but Joe.
and
Pesci
I'm going to be honest
De
with
Niro
you.
And
I don't like either one of those actors.
Oh, I
but
love
together, I think they were
I love
fantastic.
Pesci. Do you all
Daniel
remember
Stern.
watching?
Don't care what he was ever in.
Do you all remember watching the movie Very Bad Things?
Yes.
Probably one of the weirdest movies I've ever sat
It was
through.
one of
And
the most
think about that
interesting-
cast.
It was
though.
one of the most interesting character movies with one of the
never
worst
heard of
endings
that.
I've ever seen.
Daniel Stern.
Cameron
You have
Diaz.
Christian Slater. You have
Guy that played Draws. Jeremy Piven.
Jeremy Piven. You
Daniel
got
Stern.
I like him.
the John Favreau.
He's ruined Star Wars. but other
It's
than
about
that, I
it's
like
about a
him.
bachelor party that goes to Las Vegas and they end up killing a hooker.
Played by Kobe Ty.
And it's a weird
And
movie.
they start doing
It's
this really
worth
twisted
watching
things
it
to
though.
kind of cover up, and they make more.
I
mistakes,
don't
and they'll
know.
make
I don't
those.
think I've ever
And
seen that.
It at the end of it, you'll wonder why you watched it.
It is.
Okay.
You're like, what's
Sounds
happening?
like one that I'll continue to miss. Is that
Probably why I haven't seen it.
But Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci, I think, played off of each other so well in Home Alone. They did that. They did very much
Yeah.
like the pinky and the brain. You had
built each other up?
know.
Too. They made each other better in the movies.
yeah. Here's a theory I heard: Pinky and the brain. One is a genius. The other's insane. A lot of people
Genius
are
is
thinking
Pinky.
Pinky's the genius.
Yeah, I've
What do you
heard
think
that.
of
Pinky is the genius,
Narf.
and the other one's insane because Insanity's doing the same thing every time. What does he say every week? We're
Same
try to
thing
take
we
over-
do
same
every
thing we
week.
do every night.
Try to
Try to take
take
over the
Or
world.
every night, yeah.
But yeah, I think they did really well.
There's an iceberg for you. But
That's another one of those movies that you not to say you're rooting for the villain, but you like the villains better.
what?
Than in Home Alone?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You like the
I thought
villains
you
more.
meant
than
Lethal
you like-
Weapon. I was like, no, they're
Lo-
psychopaths.
lovable idiots. Kinda.
Well, yeah, yeah. You're not really rooting for them. You just,
in Dracula Dead and Loving It.
Oh, they were. Yeah.
That was.
I mean,
great.
that was
But I
fantastic.
was only in for a moment. For that moment, you were very,
You were
very,
very,
good.
very good.
I love that movie.
And you know what? Not another enemy. Yes, another and another.
Yeah.
You've got
He's the only one that knows how to make.
you've
a
got
comedy.
Harold Ramis and Bill Murray. I mean, they were part of the quad, I
Yeah.
guess, or trio, really, because Winston was added after. But you've got Stripes.
Yeah.
You've got
Winston
first,
was supposed to be
second,
played by Eddie Murphy.
Winston is one of my favorite characters of
Oh, yeah.
anything ever. I think Winston was done.
Well, even Spies Like Us, you have one of them.
That's Dan
two of
Aykroyd.
them.
Dan Aykroyd,
trio.
Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chevy Chase had the
Well, Chevy Chase was part
Chevy
of it.
Chase,
Still,
I think was no, maybe it was John Belushi was supposed to be. Was it John Belushi that was supposed to be in Ghostbusters? But is that who it was? Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
about that.
John. He wrote it. He wrote
No, it was
somebody's
Ivan
part.
Reitman
Dan Aykroyd and
Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
They did
No.
so much marijuana.
Yeah, and it was originally going to a
Dan
different
Aykroyd
universe.
said he wrote a
hell-
part of
oh, yeah, probably-
Ghostbusters for
probably right.
John.
Yeah.
They were real good friends.
Yeah.
It was the night he got the call that he was
Those
dead.
are some mediocre movies that I enjoy, but that's a duo right there.
What?
Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi, Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
Even
but
Blue
they were
Brothers
in-
2000 was pretty
It's a
good.
very-
2000
But
was,
that was
It's a very John Landis movie. You either appreciate it for being a John Landis movie or you don't like
Yeah,
it. It's
that's
just one
true.
of those things.
what about Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy and Trading Places? That's another.
then, yeah.
Yeah.
Not that they don't really interact very much, so you wouldn't even call
No.
them, I think, a duo.
Beef jerky time.
But I enjoy that movie a lot.
Beef jerky time.
Yeah, you couldn't make that. There's no
No
way. that
way.
one- No way.
You would get canceled
Jamie Lee Curtis was in that one.
twice,
And she got topless.
which I think that's starting to turn around. I think we're going back to.
But so let's shift just here at
shift.
the end of the episode. Let's shift a little bit into television now. So we have already mentioned Andy and Barney,
Okay.
but I think
Yes.
television
Gonna
more
get
than
better.
any other medium has the duos.
I've got a good one for this one.
Go ahead.
Timothy Olyphant and Walton Goggins in Justified. I think they were
That's Andy. That's
incredible.
Andy and Barney good.
Yeah, they
that was
were-
a good one.
They
You all
were
are going to hate my
incredible.
guts. I still haven't watched Justified, and I want to. So it's
Something
on my
wrong with
right
you.
up your
Something
alley.
wrong
really
with
is
you.
on
Right
You'll
up
love
your
it.
alley.
I know for a fact.
But I
you'll
like
love
both of those actors.
Don't watch the rebooted part.
Timothy. No,
Don't
no.
bother with that. but
Watch
just watch
Justified. The original Justified. It's
Season
fantastic.
1 by itself is maybe one of the best seasons. of
Walton
the show.
Goggins.
He steals it.
Speaking of kind of anti-hero type villainy, you just have to watch it.
I'd call him just a villain.
He's a
especially in
villain.
Season 1.
But he thinks of himself.
So that would
yeah.
I wouldn't
As
consider that a duo though. Then they're enemies. They're,
no, it's not
No.
a duo.
No, they.
Oh,
they,
but
they're
they,
enemies.
they,
on
they
the same
end up
side a
having
lot.
to work together
Yeah,
some.
they're about
Okay.
the same side.
Which is
a lot.
But they're still on
you
opposite
have to
sides. I
watch
wouldn't consider them a duo.
Plus, you get to watch Timothy Olyphant have to say Winona a lot.
Yeah.
It's worth it. It's such a good show.
I like him in pretty much most.
Oh,
of
he's
them.
great.
Timothy
Yeah.
Olyphant's
I love Deadwood.
Jared Padalecki and what's that other?
Jensen
guy?
Ackles.
Jensen
from
Ackles.
Supernatural.
Supernatural. They were
I don't.
good.
I didn't like the show.
I love the
Supernatural,
show. I thought it was pretty good.
But I like those two as a
the first
Couple seasons.
5 or 6 seasons. After that, it's
when it
Yeah, I
started
heard they
being
kept like
angels
killing
and
people
gods
and bringing them back.
Yeah.
well, it goes into God and the devil, and it gets weird.
And we did the whole anime thing where we have to flip it to where the angels are the bad guys and the demons.
Yeah,
are
it
good.
gets weird.
They've forgotten
It
how
gets
to write
weird.
anything.
It gets
right
weird.
now, so
because that makes a lot.
I mean, it's modern Hollywood. Need
Well,
I say
that's
more?
A little older, yeah. It's
Yeah.
Sean and Gus, James
oh,
Rode and Dule Hill.
Oh, that's a good one.
I know
that's a
that
good
that's
one.
another one that Zachary.
I
can't get
really
into.
need to sit through.
how.
I don't either. It's his sense
Sean
of humor.
is Zachary.
I know it's Zachary.
I need,
Do you not
I need
see
to go
it?
through
Oh yeah.
He even kind of looks like him a little.
Yeah.
Just because I have a big nose. What are you gonna do? I can't help it.
Even
Um,
so, even the crowdfunded movies after we're good. This is Gus is incredible. It's so funny.
So good.
I'm not. Yeah,
And the
I made it
musical.
through the first
The
couple
musical.
episodes, and I was just like, "Gosh, it's so cheesy."
Maggie
I guess I
Lawson
just
was
wasn't.
great in. Everybody was.
I
so
wasn't
good.
ready
And
for the
Corbin
cheese at the time.
And they bring back 80s people
Oh,
that
yeah.
you love.
yeah, I've
because
seen
they're
the episode
stuck in
with
the
Corey
80s.
Feldman.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
The
not just
vampire
that.
episode.
They bring back the guy from American Werewolf in London. He
Judd
plays
Nel-
a doctor.
Judd Nelson, and he plays
Yeah,
the,
Judd
with
Nelson.
the Thornburg. guys.
Anybody that you can think from the 80s, from the
Anthony Michael
pop
Hall,
culture of the 80s, they
Yeah.
have on an episode. It's fantastic.
Ali Sheedy,
Anthony Michael Hall becomes the new boss to the end, but he
Clisby.
Fish. What's his name?
Clisby.
Oh, Clithby's great. Yeah, from the Clue episode. Yeah, that's so good.
Clisby.
They have comedic timing like what the duos in
Oh, you haven't
movies
told
are
us
that
your
we were
name.
talking about.
Clisby.
Okay, Clisby. No, Clisby.
Clisby.
He was great in that.
Andrew, television duos, you got any? I mean, I'm a Breaking Bad fan. I think they did pretty well with Walt and Jesse. They played off of each other.
A lot of people love that.
one of
Could
my
not get
favorite
into
either.
it.
So
I
I think
couldn't.
it
I
is.
tried.
I'll tell you
Incredibly
one.
acted.
It could be any of the two of them, but Patrick Warburton and David Spade, or Patrick Warburton and
Oh, from
Oliver
And Oliver Hudson.
Hudson.
Oh, that was
of
such a good
Engagement. Is
show.
that Rules of
Rules of
Engagement?
Engagement. Fantastic show.
That was a good show.
Fantastic.
I like Martin Short and Steve Martin in Only Murders in the Building. I think that show's a lot of fun.
Season 2 fell off for me a little bit.
A little bit.
Season 1 was
but
really
I thought
good.
But I enjoyed them.
Selena Gomez too is getting to where you can't tell what expression she's making.
I enjoyed them steering into what I would think they've had those feelings, and
Yes.
you've got Martin Short, like he's kind of like the dramatic, and then you got Steve Martin. It's like he's famous from a character a long time ago. I think they wrote their characters.
Martin
well
Short's kind of a never was in it, but
yeah.
Steve Martin's kind of a has been.
Martin Short is somebody that can hit my funny bone pretty much with anything.
Pure Luck's still one of my favorite
Pure Luck is
comedies
so
of all
good.
time. He was incredible in that one.
So good.
What about Mike Myers and Dana Carvey
Wayne's
in
World.
Wayne's World?
Yeah, we can call that TV since it started on SNL.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah, I can't think of very many modern ones. Of course, I don't watch a lot of newer shows. But
not a
most
lot
of them are
duo
on
shows.
Yeah,
Isn't
a
there
lot
a
of
whole lot of-
ensemble cast.
I mean, there's no such thing as the movie star anymore. Not like there was.
I disagree.
If you look at the deleted
think that's
extras,
You
all
don't
there
go
is.
to the theater for somebody's movie.
That
you
you
look
only
at
go to the
Chris
theater
Pratt,
for people's
yeah.
movies now.
if you look at the deleted scenes,
I
from 4-Year-Old
completely
Virgin,
disagree.
No,
Paul Rudd and
but nobody
Seth Rogen
cares.
are really funny
It's
together.
it's more like a genre instead of a like. Did you go see the new Schwarzenegger movie? Yeah, it was bad. It
No,
was
but
awesome,
it's
like
just
the
what we
last
talked
one.
about with The Rock and Kevin Hart. They're movie stars. They don't belong in those movies.
Yeah, but they
It
put
could
them in
be
everything,
anybody
so
in
it
them,
sells
but
tickets.
because they're movie stars, it sells the ticket.
Yeah, but
They just used to be more talented.
I completely disagree with that. I've heard that.
I don't
before.
think they're movie stars though.
they are.
They're not. You're,
No,
like,
they're
you're
sub.
talking about like the Cary Grants.
That's
that-
what I'm saying.
that-
But
yeah.
I'm equating it
days are
to
over.
the Cary
They
Grants.
play the same thing.
So did
every
Cary
time.
Grant.
No,
He was
No,
the
he didn't.
same character in
him.
every
Well,
movie. he
well,
was a
well,
suave.
kinda, but it was a good character.
Kind of.
But that's my point. And we've talked about this in the past as well. But you had the shift in
I
where
don't
they
think
actually
they're
started
good.
casting people to be
For the
That's my problem with it. It doesn't matter if they're good.
I don't see 'em
They
as
cast
movie
them
stars.
because they're movie stars and not good actors.
But you could
Yeah.
you could switch them and you could put a monkey and a
That's the
and
point.
and a
That's what I'm
dog
saying.
in that part.
That was,
it would
that
use
was
the same
Channing
thing.
Tatum for me for a really long time. He was
Yeah.
a plug and
Channing
Still
play.
don't
Tatum.
like him.
oh, I
I
like
don't like
Channing
him either.
Tatum.
Yeah.
But he was a plug
getting
and
better.
play. He's a good looking, big, muscular dude. That's what he was just.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't think it has the same. I don't think it's the same thing.
I
as
think
it
it's
was.
more like it was in the 50s now than it ever has been before, because they stopped caring about acting and only care about who they can put
We
on a
did
poster.
kind of get in the 80s where we were bringing up new start. Johnny Depp got started in Nightmare on Elm Street, and they'd kind of start as a bit part in something.
Kevin Bacon and Friday the 13th.
Yeah. We got
Yeah.
some. And then we went away from that.
It's
the-
al-
Yeah,
it's
it's
well,
gone
it's like
back to-
music.
It's gone back to
that-
you're going to put.
It
you're
started
gonna
with
put
Brad,
Chris Evans.
like Brad Pitt, because anything Brad Pitt
Right.
was in, they knew they would make.
But Brad Pitt
X
never
amount.
phones it.
No, he's great.
Brad Pitt's incredible.
He's
in
great. I'm
everything.
just saying, but they started putting
Brad
him in
Pitt-
everything, even if they
Brad
had to
Pitt
rewrite the
transcended
parts.
just the movie star aspect of what he is. He is an
Talented.
excellent actor.
It's
on
the
top of
same thing with music. It's almost like it's created on a conveyor belt in a Hollywood industrial plant
But
instead
that's
of
what
it being
that's
a
what movie
creative.
stars are, though.
Yeah,
You put them on
created
the, you,
personas.
You put them on the poster, and somebody's going to watch
Instead
it.
of
whether
being a
it's
work
good.
of art,
You
it's
put
made by
Fast and Furious and Vin Diesel on a poster, and these idiots are going to go out and watch the.
But people watched that for the franchise, though. Even after what's his name died, they still came out in droves to watch it. Or the
But you still
Japanese
have
one
the
where
same
none of them
ones.
were.
That was the only one I think is tolerable. It's got the
Tokyo
kid from,
Drift.
Yeah, but nobody stopped watching
got the
it.
kid from
because
Sling
That
Blade.
kid's really
Nobody,
good.
Yeah.
nobody stopped watching it because
Black.
it was just
Yeah.
Japanese dudes in it, though.
Yeah, but-
they still went to watch that franchise. Is my
But
point.
it almost died off, and that's why they brought Vin Diesel.
That's my
back.
point, though. They still go and consume it, even if Vin Diesel and what's his name,
Paul
Paul
Walker.
Walker.
Paul Walker ain't in it.
But there's only been one that Vin Diesel, and he was actually a cameo at the end.
Well, and they learned their lesson because they just about lost.
because
but
they had
see,
to have
that's
the movie
thing.
star.
But
That's
they-
my point.
But they still went and saw it. They knew they weren't in it and still went and saw it.
Well,
I
it
think
had
it's
it
a
had
machine that keeps pumping out crap,
Oh, I agree with that completely. Yeah, I'm not
just
gonna
like
argue with you
music
on that.
industry. They keep pumping it out and pumping it out. There's no soul in it. There's no
Well,
artistry in it.
The
Nothing.
problem, what's happened with music,
There's none
if
of
we
it.
can shift before we end this episode, but the problem with music is social media. They are, just like, Vines did this with YouTube in the early aughts, they call them or whatever. 7-second videos, they wanted to make something that got somebody famous in 7 seconds. So 7 seconds to a 2-minute YouTube video made YouTube videos seem long. They're looking right now for the 15 seconds that somebody can put at the start of a TikTok video. The example is, what you know about rolling down, and then the beat drops, right? It's that viral part of the song. Nobody knows what that song sounds like other than that part. But that's what they're
it's
doing.
on my gym mix.
That's what they're doing in music right now, is they're trying to find that 15 seconds of virality. Is that the word? That they can put on TikTok videos that can get that song popular. It doesn't matter what the rest of the song sounds like. It's a bunch of garbage. So that's what they're trying to do in music.
It's the
And
craziest thing I've ever seen.
it is. It is.
Our attention
no
span
artistry
is
anymore.
getting really short.
There's no artistry anymore. Well, nobody likes creativity anymore. They like the same old build.
They don't like originality.
Yeah.
Or
In creativity.
Yeah. Those two together are probably scary to the old guard that
Well, it's
you know,
why all the
director,
remakes.
producer things, yeah.
Why the hell are you going to remake some of this stuff? They've remade stuff that is not even
It
a
wasn't good
decade
the
old.
first time.
Well, some of it's not even been a decade old, and they're remaking.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand that.
So
Well, that happened in old Hollywood too. Maltese Falcon was remade 4 times in 5 years.
Scarface was the
that's-
third time they'd remade it.
that was exactly my point. My problem with the Dead Space remake. It's not that I didn't like it. I love Dead Space, but it's almost the same game. Like graphically,
But we complain
it's
if
not
it's
even
different. That's my point
You need
as
to
well.
It changed everything.
There's a
If
YouTuber.
you change something, then it's
But I mean, if you advance the graphics, cool. But it's not even that much of an advancement because the original Dead Space was pretty damn good, even for PS4.
There's a YouTuber named Angry Joe who pointed out that they did a Last of Us remake and a remaster. And
where
he,
he
all
keep
he-
getting
I don't
candy
know.
from?
I don't know. He just keeps pulling
Like a
it out.
ninja.
magical.
You got a pocket over there that I don't know about.
And,
This is my house. I don't know where you're getting it from.
His
all Angry
dispenser.
Joe did a video on The Last of Us when it first came out. So all he does is he plays that again and just starts taping remastered over all of his edits and all that stuff, and it shows exactly what Dead Space was. Last of Us was a good looking game on the PlayStation 4. So they remaster it, tweak graphics a little bit. It's just a remaster. Then they do it on the 5 and remaster it a little bit more, so it's a little bit better looking.
Yeah, see, and I don't think that was
It's just
necessary.
they
If I
know-
hadn't got it with my PlayStation,
They know
5,
that they can
I
get
wouldn't
the
have bought
average chimp. That's the same.
I
thing
was
they do
that
with
average
football.
chimp because I paid full price for it again because I love that
it.
game.
I love the game. I do.
All right, guys, we're going to finish this episode off with giving a movie suggestion for our audience for each of us. So today's
Like to watch.
Yeah, we're going to give a movie suggestion with a good duo in it to our audience. Okay. So if you've not seen these movies, I'm going to try to pick up something a little bit more obscure than Home Alone, which is what I was originally going to say. So I am going to say go back and watch the first two. I'm gonna cheat a little bit, but not the first two, but the two Grumpy Old Men and Grumpier Old Men.
They're incredible.
So
Burgess
that's gonna be
Meredith,
what I
Odd Couple 2 is good too.
Funny, so funny. So that's gonna be my suggestions for this week, and I'm Zach.
Evan.
Wait, you got to give me
Go
your
ahead.
suggestion.
My suggestion. I was ready. My suggestion. I'm going to stick with my duo and say because it is obscure now. I would imagine the See No Evil, Hear No Evil with
Fantastic.
Gene Wilder
movie.
and Richard
Fantastic. It's going to be hard to
Andrew,
find,
what's
but you
yours?
can find it.
I had one. I know I did. It was a movie that came out in the late 80s or early 90s called The Great Outdoors. It's John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. It was hilarious.
Good,
Great,
Very good one.
great one.
good one.
Adam, what's yours?
Well, I should go ahead and plug what I said earlier and go watch one of the 4 Lethal Weapons, but I'm not going to do that. I just loaned Evan the Blu-ray. It's obscure and it's going to be hard to find, but you will enjoy it. Undercover Blues.
Oh,
It's hilarious.
Dennis Quaid and
Death.
Kath-
Right.
And you like if you like Audrey Hepburn and
Kathleen
Turner.
if you like Audrey Hepburn and Gregory Peck, you can always say that I could kiss you more rigorously. That's anything Gregory
but
Peck
That
said.
just
called
turned me
Under-
on a little bit.
It's Undercover,
Undercover
Blues.
Blues. Stanley Tucci.
Stanley
A
Tucci's
young
in it.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stanley Tucci steals that movie. So
I don't know.
much.
They do.
They were
can't
great.
steal it
That
though
was-
because they do good
They,
too.
it's such.
Yeah, but it
such-
You're lucky.
And actually,
my wife
it
It wouldn't have
wasn't
been
here.
the same movie that went.
Larry, what's his last name? The bald guy that played the principal.
I
in-
don't know, but I love.
I
Larry-
don't know, but he's
Oh,
good. at
He's
it.
very
He's the
funny.
dad
He's a
in
cop.
10 Things I
10
Hate
Things
About
I Hate
You.
About You.
Yeah.
What a great one, guys. But that has been today's episode. We hope you all enjoyed that one. Let us know about your favorite duos in the comments below, of course. Tell us your television, tell us your movie ones, video games, anything you all want to write down there. We'd love to hear about it. Point out how many times we hit the microphone this episode.
Let
of
us
course.
know down in the comments too what movies you like or what
You just hit the
Hit the
microphone.
microphone.
or ding or what movies you'd like us to do. If
Yeah.
you've got suggestions for us, we'd like
Yeah,
to hear from you.
there may be some movies that one of the 4 of us haven't seen. I don't know that there is.
Doubt it.
Probably me.
There may be. But I hope you all enjoy this. Please like, share, comment, all that other stuff, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff that we have to say by the end of this. But we hope you all enjoyed this. I am Zach,
Evan.
Andrew.
Adam.
and we are the Brothers BS.